More ancient history jewelry stories. This time I want to talk about some Korean history, specifically the really beautiful and elaborate crowns of the Silla people. In particular, this one queen's crown found in the Hwangnam-daecheong double tomb. This tomb was excavated from 1973 to 1975, and while it's generally accepted to be a royal tomb, the identity of the occupants hasn't been confirmed. It's a double tomb, with the king interred in the southern mound and the queen interred in the northern mound. One of the major differences between the northern and southern mounds is that the queen had an extra chamber for grave goods built into hers, which the king did not have. They were able to distinguish which mound belonged to the king and which belonged to a queen because of a belt that read Queen's Belt or Wife's Belt. The queen was buried with this particularly lavish example of a Silla crown, made of solid gold with curved jade adornments. It's covered in an assortment of thick gold rings and small gold sequins, and apparently the thick rings are what allow you to differentiate this as a queen's crown, as the king's crowns would have had much thinner chains and rings. Interestingly, in this double tomb, king's crown isn't made of solid gold, it's made out of gilt bronze, which is a much cheaper material. If you're wondering how this would have been worn, there is evidence that there were ties in the back made from an organic material, which would have rotted away over time. It would have been tied behind the head.